Hey guys, welcome to our podcast, Table of Four. I'm Sunny.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Lena.
And I'm Jorge.
And for today's episode, we're going to be talking about friends, friendship, acquaintances, and mutuals.
Got that friends set up.
Dee. So, in this topic, what is your friend dynamic? If you're in a friend group or if you just have a best friend, what type of friend you guys are, you know? Are you the mom friend, the chaotic one, the one that disassociates a lot?
Slut.
No, yeah, I think to go off what you asked, Sonny, what type of friend am I? It's kind of hard to say because I feel like my friends would know what type of friend I am, but I think when I was in college, we had like this funny thing where we were all in the group chat and my roommates were, I guess like, I don't know, just we were kind of meeting. And I think once we kind of got close, we kind of figured out, oh, like you're this type of person. And so I think for me to kind of keep it short, because it was like a long thing. I think I was considered like more like caring friend, but I think because we were just kind of talking,
Caring.
sitting around yeah, because I think a lot of my roommates have different personalities. So I think to any of my roommates listening out there, you know what I'm talking about because I think we had like a little thing in our group. We were called uh I forgot our number. Oh my God, I forgot our number. It's like a 443. That was our like a number for our apartment. We were called
Mm.
dad bods because we all had like these little dad bod like figures. We're just like we're all dad bods. And we're like, what kind of dad are you? And so I was caring dad because I think a lot of the stuff that
Caring
happened.
dad.
Yeah, I was carrying that because I think a lot of my roommates, when they were kind of going through something or like they were like, I don't know, struggling in like a certain like department, I'd be like, oh, hey, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong? Like, do you want to like talk about it and stuff like that? I was always the person kind of like in like asking and like making sure and kind of checking in with them. So I feel like I was like the caring friend. At least that's what they told me. So I feel like I'm the caring friend. So what about you, Jorge, or you, Lena? What do you guys feel for
I'll
yourselves? What
go.
kind of
It just depends. Like throughout my ages, I've gone from the funny one, the quiet one, the dependable one, the one
uh,
that is just kind of there sometimes.
a lot of different.
Disassociating.
Right? I'm just
Oh.
there. They're like, oh, like they get super excited. Oh my God, Jorge's coming, like blah blah, and I'm just there, like, and they're like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing much, but like they want me there for some reason. I don't know why, but obviously maybe it's because I'm pretty quick witted, I guess. Like I'll make comments that make people laugh, and like I don't even do it intentionally. I just like it just goes because I'm like it's just naturally me just to make a comment on something.
The unexpected funny one.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, all right, I see you. What about you, Lena?
um. Oh. I'm the the mom friend of the group where I'm the one
Always checking
that
in with your friends and stuff.
like I check in with my friend, make sure they're okay. I'm the one that's always remembering birthdays. Like I gotta be like, it's this person's birthday. Everybody go say happy birthday to them. And I always have snacks in my
Ooh, that's
purse,
a bonus.
right? I always have snacks. Like that was my for my senior prom. I had gone with one of my friends as my date and like they were like not serving us our dinner and we were like we're starving and
What the heck?
he's like I'm so hungry and I'm like I got you and then like I pulled out a baggie of fruit snacks. I
It's
pulled
like,
out a
I got a
baggie of fruit.
granola bar in here.
All right, and he's all like, "Oh my gosh, you're the best." I'm all like,
It's like,
"No
blessed.
problem." All right, he's all
I
like, "You
got
want me to share?" And I'm all like, "Don't worry, I got another one."
That one for
I know I got a
me.
Twinkie in here somewhere.
Right, so I'm all like, "I'm good." So yeah, I'm definitely the mom friend.
Mm.
Leanne pulling
I
out a
feel like for
rotisserie chicken out of
me,
her bag.
oh my god,
Yeah.
the Costco rotisserie chicken. It's like, he's like, all nice and done. Din is ready.
All right, ready.
I feel like for me, I would have to be, I guess, I don't know. I guess I can say I'm the funny one, but like I I I don't know because like I'm really introvert, so like I like seeing my friends, but then after like an hour or two, I want to go home. But like that's not their fault. That's just me because I'm just like, like, oh my God, like, it's like my energy is getting depleted already.
Mm,
And so I guess because like the energy they give off, like to me, I guess wakes me up in a way. And also like, and so that's why I'd be funny because like I guess it just keeps the energy going. And so I guess I'm the funny friend. That's what my friends say, like, oh, like, we like having you around because you're super funny and like you just bring like the positive vibes. And I'm like,
The
oh,
vibes.
okay.
the vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would be like, yeah, like the chaotic one of the group. Like you're just like
Ye- Um,
not like bad chaos, just more of like, yeah, like you're like hyper, I guess. That's what
I
I figured.
I don't know because one of my friends, I don't feel like I'm hyper. I mean, like I feel like in the beginning maybe because like I'm just seeing them and I'm like, oh my God, it's been so long.
Mhm.
But like I feel like once like I'm hanging out for like it's been like 3 hours or four, I like start to be like I'm tired. But like
I'm tired.
no, yeah, but like I feel like I'm still like I guess like the chaotic one. I'm not sure because like because I've been in a lot of friend groups throughout my years living on this planet.
Mhm.
Because I remember I would like in elementary I would always be like I guess, like, the caring one, I would say, like, I feel like I was the
Hmm.
caring one, I'm always the one that's, like, super nice, and I always be like, "It's okay, I'll be I have your back, don't worry." But then
Mhm.
going through, like, middle school and high school, I feel like I started being the funny one,
Mm.
and so I guess I'm still am the funny one nowadays, I think. I don't know, I feel like I'm not funny. I feel like I'm not quick-witted, I just feel like I feel like I just say the most, like, out like, what's that word? Like, not no cap, but,
Out of
No,
out of
no cap.
pocket.
out of pocket, that's the word, that's what the kids are saying these days, out of pocket. I feel like I say the most out of pocket stuff, and the thing is that my friends just, just die of laughter because I just say the most randomest thing on the planet. I don't know why, that's just me. Because I feel like I do disassociate, but that's just me
Mm,
thinking, and then
mm,
I just say what I just say out I'm just thinking out loud, and then they just
mm.
die of laughter, and I'm like, "Oh," and so that's what I would say, that's my dynamic in the friend group. So,
Like you have
yeah.
that crackhead energy is what other people say too.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, all my friends are pretty crackhead energy. I feel like
Nice.
yeah, I feel like we're all crazy in our own unique way. So, yeah, so all my besties out there, we love you, you crackheaded bitches. Love you. And so, yeah, but yeah, I would say I'm like the funny bestie that disassociates. I feel like that fits me to a T.
Yeah, and I feel like you're the one that also has like the most friends out of all of us. Like I always see you hanging out with like sometimes you hang out with just like two, I think. And then
Mhm.
but most of the time or like sometimes you hang out with yeah, like your bigger group of like gal pals and stuff.
Yeah. I'm surprised that I have this amount of friends, especially like, not being in like high school or like, being a kid. I feel like once you hit your adult years, I feel like your like pool of friends at minimum will be like four.
Mm.
And but like I have like two like I guess like seven, eight. And I was like,
That's a lot of
there's
friends
like
actually,
Right?
I
yeah.
know wait.
And you're just like,
I would say 6 to 7. I have 6 to 7 friends, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah. No, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
that's
because I
quite a lot. Mhm.
yeah,
yeah.
but I would say my friend, Yvette would be my longest friend. We've been friends since kindergarten, and we're still
That's
friends.
crazy.
I know,
Wow.
I'm surprised, like, growing up, we were close, but we weren't, like, super close. We were just, like, friends, not best friends, but
Mhm.
then throughout the years, we just became best friends, and so, like, we're still friends to this day, which is so crazy because like, I don't talk to anyone in, like, my elementary or Middle school, I mean, I still talk to my friend Ruth and MJ, and they were from high school, but that's just two. But the rest are from like, college.
Mm.
And I feel like that's mostly where a lot of adults have their friends, college. I feel like a lot of times like having a friend from high school or even elementary is like pretty rare, because of how like, many years have passed, because a lot of things can happen between those years.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I don't I'm trying to think like I'm like, do I know anyone from high school that like I still talk to? Like, I
How
don't
about
think
elementary?
so. Oh, definitely not elementary school.
Yeah, that's like really rare
Yeah.
for some people.
Right? But yeah, high school definitely like I mean, I still like we like mutually like follow each other on Instagram and like we like each other's stuff or whatever, but like yeah, like
Mhm.
there's nothing that like I like go like out and talk to them and stuff. Like that's just yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty crazy how um like especially like when you're like younger, you're like, "Oh, we're gonna be
Mhm.
like best friends forever." And then like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and then things happen. Yeah, because I remember I had, like, in high school, I guess, like, a big friend group too, and we're like, "We're gonna be besties forever." But then, like, that group got smaller, and then some people left the group and then hang out with other people, and,
Bitches.
No, it's not okay, like, for me, I never had a big fallout with friends before. I
That's
never
nice.
had I feel like because like, it's funny because, like, my mom always says, like, I have, I don't know if she says it in Spanish, but it's like, like sangre dulce, like, sangre
Oh,
dulce,
Oh,
where, like,
oh,
I
like you're a
have,
sweet
like
person?
yeah, like,
mm.
I have, like, it's like, for all you people who don't know Spanish, it just translates to, like, sweet blood. I know it sounds creepy, but yeah, so technically, like, I guess I attract people in, like, in a good way, and so I guess that's what my mom says. I think it's because also I feel like I'm a people pleaser as well, and so I feel like
Yeah.
that's why I get along with people, which also can be a bad thing because because I'm a people pleaser, like, I don't really like getting on people's bad sides.
Mm.
It just, like, it's, like, gives me a lot of social anxiety because I really don't like people hating me, which is
Yeah.
not a good mindset because it's something you can't control. Because like, some
Mhm.
people are just gonna hate you because they
They
hate
hate
you,
you.
honestly.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have to have a reason, they can just hate you. And
Mm.
so, like, I never really, like, met well, I mean, like, I had homophobic people my whole life, but, like, I just never had, like, a person that said, like, "I hate you," right?
Mm,
And
mhm.
so, like, that's, like, kinda, like, one of my greatest fears to, like, have someone to, like, hate me, like, to say it to my face, like,
That's such a
"I
strong
hate you,
word too.
Sonny," and it's like, "Oh my god," like, what did I feel like a bad person, right? But, like,
Yeah.
luckily, that hasn't happened to me, but I feel like
Mm.
that's why I get along with people because 'cause I'm, like, such a people pleaser.
Mm.
I'm working on that now. I feel like I'm not as much of a people pleaser, I feel like I set my boundaries a bit. Like, if there's something that like I don't agree with or like I don't want to do, I'm gonna be like, no.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not being
sure.
mean, but like, I have my boundaries and I have my limits as well. And so, but yeah, but I feel like I still get along with people, because like I feel like I'm nice, but I'm not stupid though. You know what I mean? There's a
Like
difference. You know what
stupid
I mean?
nice.
I'm
Yeah, yeah,
nice,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
not stupid. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I know when to be like, nice to people and when not to be nice to people. Well, I'm not mean,
Yeah.
but like I'm just like not like I'll just give
Yeah, you
people
just yeah, or like you're just cautious.
yeah, so like, I'm nice but not dumb, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's my motto.
Yeah. What about you, Jonathan? Do you talk to anyone from high school still or elementary school?
I think for me, it's weird to think about because I think, like Sunny said before, like in high school or even like elementary school, because I do have a couple of friends I still have some contact with, but not as much
Mm.
as before though. And I think some of my friends are from kindergarten as well, so like we're really close. But it's sometimes, as anybody else, like life happens. A lot of my friends have, they're starting families or like they're gonna go to like starting their careers, going to universities, going to get their masters and certain degrees and stuff like that. So it's like it's weird because I do talk to them sometimes, but not as frequently and often as I want to, because stuff gets in the way with other things going on in their lives and my life.
Mhm.
So it's just weird to say that, like, yeah, like I used to have a lot of friends. I think I wanted to ask you, Jorge or Lena, as well, because like, have you guys noticed, or even you, Sunny, as well, have you guys noticed, like, in school, you have this like huge circle of friends, and like I feel like part of it's because, like, you guys went to the same school and you kind of talked a bit, but I think the ones that stuck with you are, like, want to say, you're kind of like your true friends, because like, it wasn't just school that kind of brought you together and that was it. Because like, when school was out, I mean, you kind of lose contact with a lot of people that you thought were your friends, but they weren't. So it was it's kind of different, because I think as an adult now, I have like very few friends, like very close friends that I still talk to and still have contact to this day. But it's
Mhm.
it's kind of cool because I like having those friends, like, even though we haven't seen each other in like a long, long time. I think, like, just one day, if I were to, like, say if they're like free, or if I'm free, be like, hey, what's going on? Like, how you been? We can just kind of continue talking and resume that, like, friendship, even like as if we never kind of like had that, like, a long time away from each other. So it's kind of cool. Like, I have some of those friends, which is kind of nice, because a lot of friends that I talk to, we don't talk to as much, but it's because of school and stuff like that. But I'm not sure about how you guys have that dynamic with your
Yeah,
friends.
I'm right there with you, Jonathan. I have literally it was a week or two ago, one of my friends I hadn't talked to, like, it's been like 6 months. And he's all like,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's play 7 Days to Die again." It's like my little crew. And I'm all
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah," like I was like just catching up with him, and I'm all like, "You know what? We haven't talked in like, like half a year." He's like, "What? No way. It's been half a year already?" And like it's true, like, life happens, you lose track of time, but
Mhm.
that one small friendship of those close friends that you have that you can just, like you said, you just pick back up from where you left off, and
Yeah.
it's like you
Mhm.
guys were never there was no time in between. It's just like you guys continue on. And like I know how you talked about how you had that big friendship, or bigger friendship groups, like in high school or in school in general. I kind of feel like it's similar to like my work friends, right? Like I have,
Mhm.
I work with people. I'm really close to them. I consider them kind of like friends, but not really, right? Because I don't go hang out with them after work or do things with them,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like they're just work friends. They stay there. I hang out. They're super cool, chill people. And I love talking to them like when I'm there, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna go like, hey, come over to my party or hang out or let's go grab drinks. I'm like, that's not, they're not part of that friendship circle group that I have with my other group. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh. But what do you think, Lena? Like, I guess your thoughts on the whole like friendship groups and over the years.
Yeah. See, I like from kindergarten to like eighth grade, yeah, I had like my close, like little, like three or four girls that like I would hang out with. And then, yeah, my luck that when we went to high school, like none of them went to the same high school as me. So I was like, that's cool. So then I had to make a whole new friends. And then, yeah, then I had my new group of friends. And then, yeah, then high school ended. And then that exploded as well. But they still hung out with each other, just not me. And I was all like, that's nice. Thank you for
Oh.
including
Oh
me.
damn.
So that was fun. I enjoyed that. And then yeah, then I got to college, and college was weird because I I would make friends like in class, but it was like, yeah, like just like how Jorge said, like they were like the work friends, you know? And so like
Yeah.
they were like, oh, they're just like my class friends. Like I would hang out with them in class, but I wouldn't like go out with them or like talk to them like outside of class or anything. Like I only had two friends in college that like I actually like would talk to or like hang out with for like longer periods of time, like outside of class and everything. So it like for me, like I've just had like many ups and downs with like friends, and like my pool of friends is like always changing. Like
Yeah.
but I had Not a falling out, but my one of my friends from college, hi Carl, um, he
Hello.
we had a he says we our friendship took a pause. Our so we took a pause from our friendship and we didn't talk for like 3 years or something. Like
Wow.
it was yeah, so it was like a couple of years and stuff. And then yeah, just like randomly one day he like messages me on Instagram and he's all like, I was just thinking about our friendship and like how much it meant to me and how, you know, I didn't want to lose that friendship and I would like it if we could like just pick back up from where we left off kind of thing. And
Okay.
like in the moment, like when he had asked me for that pause in the friendship, I was like upset because I was like, "Well, what the hell?" Like it was kind of like from like left field kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
okay, you know. But then yeah, then as soon as he was like, "Do you want to like be friends again?" He's like, "We don't have to, you know. Like if you're mad at me or whatever, like we don't have to be friends." But I was like, "No, like I did miss our friendship." And then yeah, like we just picked right back up from where we left off and I told him everything that was happening with me and like what I went through like those years that he was gone from my life and then he told me about his life and then today like we went to go have lunch with each other for like the first time in years. So it was like
Years.
crazy to like see him like face to face again and I was like, yeah, it was like nothing changed. So it is interesting how, yeah, like some people can like leave your life, but then out of nowhere, like they could just come back to you, and yeah, it's like you just go back to normal again, and it's cool.
Mm.
That
Yeah,
must
I
have been
heard
nice though.
like that's
Mhm.
like I heard that like your true friends are the ones where like you can like cuz like cuz like with my other friends like the ones that I hang out with like just the two of them like Ruth and Yvette, hey girls. Like I like we don't text like each other like every day. Like we don't really text each other out like not a lot, but when we do, it's like it's really nice, right? Like we just like talk about our day, like we talk about like oh my god, we haven't talked to each other in like like in like 5 weeks, right? And
Mhm.
like how you been, and like let's make a plan to hang out. And when we hang out, it's like not awkward at all. It's like we're like super close. We're like it's just not weird. Like like we've been haven't been talking for like months, and then when we hang out, it's like normal. Like we're not like awkward, you know.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so I feel like that's like a sign of like true friendship, it's just
Mhm.
there's no awkwardness even if we haven't seen each other for like a super long time,
Mhm.
and I feel like that's true cuz like I because like when I hang out with like someone cuz I remember in high school like I would hang out cuz I would see them every day cuz like in high school you like hang out with them like you see them every day, but like
Mhm.
when it's just like cuz when you're in a big group, right? And you I guess like you guys like they're the type of friends that you can hang out with them with the group. But when it's just you two, it's kind of like how's your day?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah. That
like
was literally me in high school.
yeah, and so like those like so like yeah, so that's like the type of friends that you would get like you would see them every day, but it's just like you can't really like connect with them even though you've been seeing
Yeah.
each other every day because like it's because you're just friends with them because of the group.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a lot of friends like that throughout high school, but, like, my friends now are like, I would talk with them individually and I'd be fine, it won't be, like,
Mhm.
awkward or anything,
Yeah.
because we're, like, good friends. We're, like, really great
Mhm.
friends. And so I always find that, like, super like, funny, and also, like, I feel like as an adult, you kinda need that because you can't really see your friends every day because because of work or school or, like, life or, like, I don't know, maybe kids, like, and so that's why,
Mhm.
like, I feel like it's cool that, like, you guys can, like, hang out maybe, like, once a month or something,
Mm.
but it's still, like, you're still cool, like, it's not awkward, like, it's just, like, it's just, like, having a fun time with your friends even though we haven't seen them in, like, a decade and, like, we're still cool,
Yeah.
and so I feel like
Mhm.
that's, like, I guess, like, a true sign of friendship right there, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you all, like, you're still in school, so like you have all your friends like from school, Sunny. But like
Mhm.
Jonathan and Jorge, like, once you guys like finished school and everything, like like did you like try to like find friends like outside of that? Like, oh my God. Um, did you, yeah, like, because I know it's a lot harder to make friends like as you get older rather than, yeah, like when you're in high school, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, these are my friends and I see them every
Yeah.
day kind of
Mhm.
thing, you know?
Yeah, no, I think when you asked Alina, yeah, 'cause I had to think about it for a second because I think after when I graduated college, I think I was able to kind of keep in touch with I think a couple of my roommates, not all of them, but just a couple of them when I first went to college and stuff like that. So we do kind of keep in touch sometimes, not a lot, if like before, like
Mm,
when we were living together and stuff like that. But I think a lot of them are doing their own thing, which I'm really happy about because I think one of them, I think I was living with 4 or 5 different people, and I think two of them were I think majoring in like cinematography and stuff like that. So I hope shout out Ryan, shout out Shane. I hope you guys are doing good in your whole your careers because I think like a lot of them we're gonna move up and start making um we'll help in making movies and stuff like that, and
mm.
I wish them the best. Same with my other roommate, the one I was really close to. Shout out my boy Alvin. What's good, Alvin? If you're listening,
What's good, Alvin?
what's good? Because I think we were both kind of majoring in like the same kind of situation. I think I was more psychology, he was more like wanting to work with like families and couples and stuff like that and
Mm,
relationships. So we were kind of more in touch, and we would often hang out. I think now since we kind of have our own thing going on, like I have my internship that I'm going to, and he has I think a job he's working with like different I think with kids and like I think families and stuff like that. But
mm,
it's like I want to say a little harder sometimes because since now we're so busy. But like outside of making friends, like ever since like college, I haven't really been making so much. I think I made some more friends at my internship, actually. I think I made a lot of work friends there, and it's been
mm,
nice because I think in such a short time I was able to kind of uh, be kind of really close with them because I think we've gone out I think once outside of work, so that was really nice. I think we went to a oh my God, I forgot. It's like a where the chef cooks in front of you. I think it's called it's hibachi. I think it's called hibachi,
mm.
and that was my first time going, so that was kind of cool. And I think it was my first time also ordering. Well, I didn't order it. My coworker ordered it. She was like, "Oh, you know what? It's like, have you ever had like an adios?" And I'm like, "What's that?" And she's like, "Oh, we're gonna get you one." So I'm like, "Great." I don't know what that is, and it was like a thing where my stuff that I was thinking, I was like, it's not a bad drink, right? And I drank
Mhm.
it, and then I didn't know it was called like an adios motherfucker. That was like the other part that I didn't know. Um,
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
what in the world? Hello?
What in the tarnation?
Right.
Oh
I think we lost Jonathan. We're having technical
Jonathan
difficulties
just
with
got cut
Jonathan right
off.
now.
We're having
So
technical
so
difficulties with
I'll
Jonathan.
just jump in there and so yeah, so friends from yeah, no. I jumped through too many circles throughout my life. Like I went from
Mhm.
having my high school friends and then I moved away. I had I had some like when I was working in Sacramento, I worked at Target for a while, so I had my Target friends. And
Mm,
then they love to party. I'm like, oh, that was a fun time, but like I'm like I felt like I had to grow up because they weren't. Unfortunately, like I said, they were
Yeah.
great people and all. Like I love them. I loved all of them, but like they just I had to get to the real world a little faster than them, I guess. So I went
mm,
back home.
Mhm.
I moved in and got my went to college again. I had a few friends, but then again, I moved again. I moved out again. I went to Folsom. I was working with, and I was working at Intel for a
Mhm.
while, and I had my, that's the one friend I've kept since I've moved. I moved. 'Cause I became a school counselor after that, and I kept that one friend that's really close, even though, like I said, we hadn't talked for 6 months, but we still have that connection. But now that Jonathan's
Mhm.
back, I'll let him continue on to his story about his adios, motherfucker, whatever,
Yeah, I was
and
like,
then we'll
"Huh?"
go from there. So
Yeah, no, sorry,
we'll go back to Jonathan here.
my camera just
I'm
pooped on
intrigued.
me. Yeah, no, yeah,
mm,
sorry. As I was saying, sorry about that. My camera just pooped on me, but yeah, no. So, with my work friends, that was like kind of like outside my bubble. So I was kind of like,
mm,
oh, we met
Mm.
after a couple of times me going there and like working on my internships. But after we kind of got together, we went to this hibachi place. My coworker friend was like, let's have a good time. Have you had this drink? It's called Adios, motherfucker. I was like, what is that? And it's like, oh, we're gonna get you one. It's like this really, it sounds like a scary drink because it's like an alcoholic drink with like a bunch of alcohol in it, and I'm just thinking, oh God, like I don't think I'm gonna be surviving this night. But I'll just go to it.
Alcohol poisoning.
But once I got it, I was like, "Oh, it's like usually in like a colored blue drink or a red drink, but it came in blue." I was like, "Oh, this doesn't
Ooh.
look too bad. It looks like not intimidating, but like once I
Mhm.
drank it, I was like, this isn't bad." But then like when you get like one third of the cup down, like it's like you start feeling it. You're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like okay, I can see why it's called the Adios because like yeah, I was trying my best not to be like woo, because I was like, "Oh my God," it was a lot,
It's gonna
but.
fall in your face.
Yeah, but no, it was a cool night because I think like after we ate our food like at a hibachi, I think I ordered like I think a salmon and like some rice and stuff like that, and then we kind of went into bar hopping and just try different bars. But the
Mm.
reason I bring it up is because it was kind of outside my like I guess friend group and outside my bubble. So like it was kind of cool that my coworkers were like kind of like let's do this and let's kind of go bar hopping and stuff like that, which I normally
Mhm.
don't do. I don't really go bar hopping a lot. But
Mm.
it's something that I think when I'm making new friends as an adult, it's kind of refreshing because like I think I guess when I used to hang out with my friends before, like we would just kind of like hang out and like go to like stuff like locally, just kind of like either at their house or my house, and we just kind of would go to a place to eat, and then that'd be kind of it. So like kind of
Mhm.
bar hopping with them, like with my new coworker friends, it's kind of nice change of pace because usually like I think like you said, Sonny, I'm very introverted as well, so like kind of doing
Yeah.
that like extroverted activity kind of was like, oh, this is kind of cool because kind of
Mhm.
bar hopping and kind of talking to people and stuff like that. It was kind of cool. So like I think it's a nice change of pace, and I think I realized kind of growing up and kind of going through friends. I wanted to ask, I think everyone in here as well, like I think, how do you feel about being friends with somebody that like has a, I guess, different personality per se, you know what I mean? Because I think like, a lot of us when we have friends, we usually think of like, oh, we have similar interests and like we like the same stuff, we kind of do the same stuff. Like, do you guys like having friends like that, or do you guys would you prefer having friends who kind of like are like into different things and often like they don't just be like, yeah, like this is cool. Like they, sometimes are like brutally honest with you, like, oh, you know what? Like this isn't good. You should like not do this, or like we should do something different and stuff like that. Like, what do you guys think? I wanted to ask you, Sunny, like, would you want friends who are like yes people like people who kind of like say yes to anything, or you want friends who kind of like would kind of
Um,
call you on your own like on your shit, you know what I mean?
no, because my friends call me on my crap, but like I don't have
Oh,
crap,
okay.
but like, in our friend groups, some people have craps and we, speak like and be like, look at your crap out here. Don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
And I feel
yeah,
like
like
that's
they
why
Don't do that.
I guess that's why I am really close to my friends because like, we do those stuff. Like we're not, I guess, like fake towards each other.
Mhm.
hmm
If there's something going on, like, we'll tell you straight up, if we think like, like the things you're doing in life is not healthy for you, we'll tell you like, straight up not to do it. Or if you're dating someone and like they're horrible for you, we'll tell you straight up, and so I feel like yeah, and I feel like that's why I have really great friends because of that, and the thing with the different personalities, I mean, I feel like all of us have pretty much the same interest.
yeah.
Like for example, like my friend Yvette, like I would say like the things like cuz the things she liked like we have a lot of like in common, but I noticed as we're growing up and like even now, like there are some things like we don't have in common. Like I remember like for example, like me and my friend Yvette, like, growing up, we loved K-pop, right?
Mhm.
But she fell out of that and she really doesn't listen to K-pop, but doesn't like K-pop, doesn't know
Mm.
anything about K-pop these days.
Mhm.
But like for me, I'm still listening to K-pop. I still like, kind of know what things are about it. And so like when I talk about it, you know what I mean? It's not awkward. Like she actually like genuinely like wants to know what's happening and like, if there's a song, I'm like, I'll listen
Mhm.
to it too. And so I feel like that happens when you're just really good friends. Cause I've been friends with her for so long that it's just like, like, even if we don't have the same interests, it's still not awkward, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Mhm.
that's why it's such a good friendship. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just it's crazy. Like honestly, it's kind of crazy that I still have like friends, you know? Like I honestly I feel like I cuz like now that I think about it, I don't know if I can make friends, you know, because like it's just we're like I'm like, you know, I'm 23 like, you know, oh my god, I'm so old, but like it's just like it's like I don't know how, cause like, at this point, like, people are so busy with life and, like, you know, like, they don't have time to, like, sit down and, like, you know, talk to someone, you know? And so
Mhm.
that's why, like, it's so crazy that, like, I still have friends that I'm really close with, you know, because I remember I was watching this series, I don't know if you guys know it, but it's called, like, Sex and the City. Do you know that series?
Oh, yeah, Sarah
Mhm.
Yeah,
Jessica
like,
Parker?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I
Mm.
remember, like, you know, growing up as a kid, like, you know, I would see the, like, the commercials about it, but, like, I didn't really care about it because, you know, I was a kid. I was too busy watching Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
but yeah, so, like, now as an adult, I was like, "You know what? I'll watch it," and it's so crazy, like, I absolutely loved it because it was just, like, these 4 girls in, like, New York, you know, that have been friends since college, and now they're in their 30s, going on to their 40s, and still, like, you know, really good friends, and it's honestly something that I low-key kinda want, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because even though, like, for me, like, family is important, I feel like for me, family is always first, but the thing is that for me, you know, especially since I'm, like, you know, LGBT, I feel like I I need friends in a way, because in a way, because like, I feel like living in a world where, like, I can be excluded out of the world, I feel like it makes me feel lonely,
Mhm.
you know? And so, like, I always want a sense of community, basically. You mean?
Mm.
Because like, one of my greatest fears is being alone, you know? And so that's why, like, you know, because you know, my family is not gonna be with me forever.
Yeah.
And so, like, I am gonna be lonely at one point, but, like, if I have someone my age and we have a connection, I won't, like, be lonely, and so that's why I
Yeah.
feel like friends for me is, like, kind of the second thing that's important to me, you know, because family's first, but, like, I feel like
Yeah.
for me, having friends is something important to me because, like, you know, I don't like being lonely. It's funny because, like, I am an introvert, like, I do want my alone time, but, like, I just don't like the idea of, like, I'm lonely,
Mm.
you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I have no mom, no dad, no brother, no friends, no boyfriend, like like, I don't like, that's, like yeah, that's, like, kinda my greatest fear, like, just being alone, like, having no one, like, you know, not even a dog, like, you know, that's just, like, oh my god, like, it's just really, like, panic inducing for me, you know, just thinking about that, so I feel like that's why I feel so blessed to have such great, you know, friends with me,
Mhm.
and so because they're friends, it can like, you know, friends can like leave and like, and you can never like talk to them, you know, and so that's why I feel like I'm lucky to have friends. But like then again, also I feel like location is also an important thing, you know, because
Yeah.
right now all
Mm.
my friends live in my area. You know,
Yeah.
we're like, you know, like 10, like 20 minutes apart. You know, I feel like it's difficult if like my friend moves to like New York and I'm still in California, or my other friend moves to Canada. You know, I feel like at that point, I feel like it is kind of hard because, you know, you can't really travel all the time to see them,
Yeah.
you know? And so I feel like that's one reason why I'm so great with my friends, because like they all live here. You know,
Mhm.
none of them like, you know, I mean, I have one friend who lives like, you know, in Sacramento, but like that's like 45 minutes away. But like, you know, it's just like that's why I feel like location is also an important thing as well. You know, I feel like once your
Mhm.
friend, I guess, moves on in a way, I feel like it's hard to keep that real like friendship because like, you know, it's just they're far away, you know,
Yeah.
and they're
And
busy
like
with life.
yeah, like when I moved from my hometown to like where my brother lives,
Mhm.
like that was a super big change for me because like already like I had like no friends, which I think is so nice that you, Sunny, and Jonathan like have been able to have like those friends that you have from like yeah, like college or whatever, like you
Mhm.
still
Mhm.
have been
Yeah.
able to like keep in touch with them. Like I don't have that. Like so I think that's really nice. So all I
Mhm.
had was yeah, like I had my one friend Jessica who was
Mhm.
in my hometown. And then, but then, yeah, then I moved over here and I'm like, oh, now I have nobody. Like, this is just sad. Like, I'm, I'm like, I have nobody here. Like, it's just me and my brother and my
But
dog
hey, you have
and the
your
cat.
brother though.
Right,
Like
but I
you have
had
your
my
brother
brother.
that
But then,
yeah.
but see, but that
I'm
was the
chopped
thing.
liver.
So
I'm just here. I'm
no,
just.
no, 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 no. But
I'm
like, but
kidding.
see,
We're
but
talking about
he,
friendships. We're talking about
yeah, but like
friendships.
he also like he was working, you know. So like
Mhm.
during the
Oh
day,
yeah.
I'm like I have no one during the day. Like so it was just like me and my thoughts
Mm.
and not like thoughts as in like people thoughts, just like that's like my
Like,
mind.
yeah, thoughts in your
Mhm.
brain.
Yes.
And so I was like, when I got here, like that was like something that I immediately wanted, that like I wanted friends. I'm like, I need to
Mhm.
find friends. And I'm like, how does one go about doing that when you're an adult, you know? And so I
Yeah, how do
got,
you do that? I
so
wanna know, sorry, I wanna know because, like, it's just crazy how, like, is there, like, a app for, like, making friends?
s-
It's just crazy. Like, continue,
yeah,
sorry.
so
Mhm.
so that's what happened. I got Bumble because Bumble has Bumble like dating, Bumble
Dumb
business,
one.
and sorry, Bumble,
Dumb.
and Bumble friends. So
Mhm.
I got Bumble friends.
Oh.
And so that's how I met my friend Alex. Hi, Alex. Um, I met Alex, and then she put me in this big old friend group that doubled a little too fast for me. It got to like 40 people in the friend group,
Oh wow, that's pretty
and
big.
Wow.
it was ginormous. I'm like, this is a lot of people. And then yeah, then we would do like meetups or whatever, and there was like 10 of us or like 15 of us like at a restaurant, and I was
That's a big
really,
group. Oh
it
my
was
god.
really big. And then
Wow.
but then unfortunately the group exploded, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it exploded like earlier this year, and I was
Mhm.
like, well, now I have no friends because like the whole group just exploded. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I had told like the ones that I was close to, I was like, oh, like we can still hang out, but you know how that goes too, you're like, oh yeah, let's hang out, and then it just never happens, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
But then, and then the one friend that I was like really close to, she was all like, I'm moving away. I don't forgive you, Joanna, for moving away from me.
Oh
Just kidding. I
no.
love you. No, I love Joanna. And like, even though she like is like far away, like she's like in a completely different state, like
Mhm.
we'll call each other like at least like once every like couple of weeks or whatever, just to like
Yeah.
catch up on things, which is
Mhm.
nice. Um, but then so then yeah, my big old friend group exploded, but then like a month later, Alex was like, I want to make like another like small group. And
Mhm.
so yeah, then she made a new group, and it was just yeah, like just me, and I think the group is like at like 10 people now. Like I think that's like the max now.
Mhm.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
But
Like, in a group chat or, like,
yeah, so first it was just like a regular like text message group chat, but then there was so
Mhm.
many of us we had to move to WhatsApp
Oh my
Oh my god.
because
god.
there was so many. So, but yeah, but we're still like on WhatsApp because it's just easier
Mhm.
that way. And but yeah, like from, the group of friends, like yeah, like we'll like message each other and stuff, but like they were the ones that also like got me out of my comfort zone. So like it's
Mm.
me, Alex. I'm just gonna shout out like all my friends, like
Okay,
me and
shout it
Alex.
out.
Hi Michaela, hi Brooke, hi, I already said Joanna, hi Allie. But like me, Brooke, Alex, and Michaela will like go to like karaoke like
Mhm.
almost every week, and I'm like, oh, like I've never done karaoke before, and it was like a new experience for me. I'm like, I'm out like with friends, like it was so exciting.
Yay!
Like, yeah,
Oh my
like this
like,
is so cool.
you were in your moment. It's like, "Wait, I'm hanging out with friends. That's cool."
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like even in high school and stuff, like I really like didn't go like out and like hang out with my friends and stuff. And
Mhm.
I feel like when I was in like school, like I felt like I had to like be friends with them. So like having like
Mm.
this whole new experience like now, it was like, oh, like I got to like freely choose my friends, which was
Yeah.
like completely different for me. And I was like, this is so much better because like yeah, like in high school I'm like, okay, like there was yeah my one like best friend that I was like, oh, like she's the best and everything. But then yeah, then there were like the other girls in the group where I'm like, yeah, like when we were all together it was fun and everything, but then when it was just me and like one girl or me and the other girl, I'd be like, so the weather's nice today, right?
Yeah, I hate those. I'm like, oh, it's
Right,
awkward.
so it's weird, but yeah, like the friends that I have now, I'm like, yeah, like I could talk to them about anything, and or we'll like vent to each other, and it's
Mm.
really nice.
I'm, I'm
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 feeling
surprised.
blessed.
I'm surprised you didn't drop your friend group name.
The Renegades.
Oh, the Renegades.
So
Hey.
cute.
We
The renegade.
yeah. Or the Renegades. Shout out to my
Dang.
bitches.
It's like, hey,
Hey, let's go.
Nah,
bitches.
I
Hey,
think I think that's really
bitches.
cool that you were able to do that, Lena, because like I don't know, I feel like you were missing that. I feel like you never had that moment because like I said, I've always had my wherever I went, I had my little groups that I would go to. Like I ran through I sped run through my part of the chat because of Jonathan,
Like,
but like but but like I think that's really cool that you're having this like the moment of like I got to pick these friends. These are my friends. Like, you know,
Mm,
you weren't forced to have these friends. Like you were able
yeah.
to be like, all right, and you're meshing well and you're having fun and you're like looking forward to like the time you get to hang out with them because
yeah.
as you know as you get
Exactly.
busier, right, it's gonna get a little more limited, but just keep those friendships going and it'll be fine.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like it's so crazy that like with my friends, it's like it's so weird because like we're like it's crazy because like we're adults now, and so like I just but for me I feel like we're still kids in some way. I don't know why. Because like for me,
mm,
my friends we're all like, like early 20s, like, I'm 23, so like we're all around the same age.
mm,
But like it's just crazy how like when I'm with them, I don't feel like an adult. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like I feel like I'm like kind of like back in high school in a way. Because like for me, well, I mean, I had a pretty decent memories in high school, thank God, you know what I mean? It wasn't bad
Yeah.
as elementary and middle school, right? But,
mm,
like, so, like, it kind of I feel like with me with, like, hanging out with my friends, I feel like it brings me back to a sense of nostalgia, you know what I
mm,
mean? Like, I
mhm,
Mm.
feel like I'm, like, a kid again, you know what I mean? I feel like like, release a lot of stress for me when I'm with
mhm.
them,
Yeah.
It's like
And
therapeutic
so
for you.
yeah, because, like, it's so weird that, like, I'm an introvert person, but, like, I feel like I need, like human interaction, which doesn't make any sense because like you're an introvert, right? You don't want human interaction, but like for
Mhm.
me, I feel like I need it, you know, and
Yeah.
so
Then
it's
you must be what is it? There's like
ambivert,
there's yeah, I think it's an ambivert where you're
ambivert.
like in the middle kind of thing where you're like, "Oh, I'm an introvert, but I'm also have like extroverted moments or extrovert tendencies, things like
No,
that."
yeah, because like I
Mhm.
feel like for me, like also because like I don't really because even though like it looks like it, I go out with my friends a lot. I really don't. You know what I mean? I feel like I hang out with my friends at least like once a month. You know what I mean? I don't really hang out with my friends like every single week. But then again, I feel like I wouldn't like that. Like every single week we go out, we have to
Mm.
talk, and I'm like, girl, I want my time to just like sit in my room and not do
Yeah, to
anything.
just chill and stuff, huh?
And also, yeah, because it's crazy because like, I still live with my parents, and so I don't know if this is like you know what, I know I feel like it's like a person of color thing. You know what I mean? Like so all the people of color out there, it's just like when you live like even though you're in your 20s and you still live with your parents won't let you go out with friends. I don't know why. Like it's just a weird thing. Like I'm 23 and like my mom is like she's like you're not going out. You've been out. And I'm like the last time I was out was last month. I'm like, "Yeah, that's a lot." And I'm like, "Girl,
Yeah.
I'm like, do you see like I have a white friend, shout out to Brooke, I love her. Mwah. But like she like, she white, she American, and like the thing is that like she doesn't have like I guess like she has like a lot of like free like she's like freedom like your parents don't care like it means like don't go like don't stay out too late like midnight or like 2 o'clock but like she can go out anytime
Mm.
but it's weird because of my friends like because I have some friends that are Latinas and I have some friends that are like Asian and like their parents are like my parents they're like you can't go out you already been out why are you going out a lot? Like,
Yeah.
and so it's just so annoying because I'm like, girl, I'm an adult now. Like, like I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Like, I don't do anything crazy. Like, I don't like clubbing. I have claustrophobia. I don't drink because I'm scared to throw up. You know what I mean? I have a lot of fears, okay? And so like I don't see how my mom or like my dad is like scared that I'm gonna do something crazy. You mean like the
Mhm.
craziest
Mhm.
thing is like I'm gonna go and get in and out at like 12 a.m. Oh my god, like
Oh
Oh
scary.
my
my
Like you know
god.
what
you're
I
gonna
mean?
you're gonna choke on one of those boba balls.
Yeah, like that's like the most like scare like that's like the most like daredevil thing that me and my friends do. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm not and like that's fine though. Like I'm like that's fine that my friends are like super duper crazy. Like they're not like let's go to the club and like freaking like do ecstasy or whatever. Like they're not like that, thank God, you know? But like yeah. And so like my
What
and
did
my
he
parents
say?
know that. Like my parents know that like my friends are not crazy at all. Like we're always
Mhm.
at like their house just chilling, watching Barbie movies, like getting like DoorDash or something like that. Like we always do that and I love that. Like it's just a sense of like comfort, right? But
Mhm.
like but they still don't let me out. I don't know. It's so crazy. Like it's just I don't know. Like my mom said like you can go out. She said that like you can go out however you want once you have a place of your own. And like girl, once I get a place of my own, it's still gonna be the same. I'm gonna still gonna be seeing my friends like once a month, just like sitting in my room doing whatever. I'm like, girl, there is no difference, okay? Like it's gonna be the same old, same old. Like I just don't know. It's just freaking weird, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. No, like I think like you said, Sonny, it's like a cultural thing, right? Like your parents are like,
Mhm.
no, like you can't go out. It's like even though you could be like, I don't know, like 10, 30, whatever, like I think they'll always see you as like their little baby, like their baby child, you know? They kind of have a
Yeah.
hard time to like kind of letting go of that and stuff like that. So I can relate for
Wait,
sure.
wait, okay. I think this relates to friendship, but can I tell the story about you, John, about your angsty years?
Oh
'Cause it
my
kind of relates to
God.
Oh.
friends.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like I
yeah. No,
have
go
this
ahead.
one
Go ahead. No,
story.
it's part of my history. Not proud of it, but go ahead. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have this one story where Jonathan he was a teen and in the mid 2000s like the mid 2010 like the emo phase. It was like he was right in the middle, right? So he had like his like emo hair and his studded belt and his like
The
rock
whole
band
shebang,
t-shirt.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah,
I
the
love
Banties.
and he had like bajillion I love booby like bracelets like typical like
Yeah.
emo thing, right? And I
Oh, and the
remember
little
like
silly band bracelets too.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I remember, one day my brother was like, he would always, like, go out with his friends. He would be like, "My friends are like, do you wanna go out? Let me go out." And my parents would be like, "No, you go out all the time, like, you're gonna do crazy stuff." And, like, he got so angry, like, he was, like, super angry, like, he, like, punched, like, the wall, and they had,
I
like,
remember
a
that,
little
yeah.
dent.
I was
It
like,
had a
"Ugh."
dent, you know what I mean? He's like, "You don't let me live," like, you know what I mean? I'm 16 now, I'm almost an adult, gosh, and he did his little hair flippies, he ran to his bedroom. And it was just like it was so crazy, and my mom was like she was like, "Oh my god, like, my son is a crazy person," like, "Ah," like, she was crying,
Mom was
and it's
super
just like
dramatic, but yeah, yeah.
yeah, but, like, yeah, because she was really controlling, because she was like my brother wasn't, like, that crazy, you know what I mean? He didn't go out, like, every day, though, like, it was probably, like, at least once a week or something like that, but, like, my mom was like, she was going crazy, you know? But Jonathan was a little crazy because he did, like, break his leg, but that's another story,
Yeah.
but yeah, so but, like, yeah, but that's, like, the but that's what reminded me of, like, when I talked about, like, my mom being, like, really, like, strict, but yeah, so it's like John punched a
Right?
wall.
And like and like to tie in with your mom, like I think it's so funny how like it must just be because like you and Jonathan are like her kids, because then
Mhm.
yeah, like when she sees that I'm like going out, she's all like, "Oh, I saw you like on your story on Instagram and you're hanging out with your friends. That's so nice. Like have fun."
I wish
And then
she
like
was
with
like that with
and then with
me.
you guys, she's all like, "I better
Hell
see you in
no.
this house."
I better see
Yeah.
you 10 o'clock sharp. Be like,
No.
damn,
Or
mom.
like this,
Okay.
like, okay, I don't wanna be mean to my mom, but, like, okay,
Shut up,
but,
mom.
like, okay, but, like, okay, so, like, I remember that, like, no, it's funny because, like, my friend, like, like no, I don't think it was her birthday, but like I remember like because like I'm an influencer for YesStyle, right? And so sometimes I get free stuff. And so I remember
Mm.
they gave me this like, kind of like this like fanny pack side thing like you put over your like shoulder or whatever. And I think because it wasn't really my style, and it was definitely not my mom's style either. But I remember I told my mom, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" I was like, "Oh, it's a little fanny pack. I'm thinking about giving it to my friend." And she was like, "Oh, can I have it then?" And I'm like, no, because it was for my friend, and it was like, "But I want it." I was like, "But mom, girl, that's not your style. I know your style. You don't like fanny packs. You don't wear fanny packs. Girl, what the hell?" And then she's like, "No, I still want it. I want it." And I'm like, "No, it's for my friends." And we had this whole argument, like, like, of course it's for your friend. You always think about your friends, think about me. And I'm like, "Girl, what the hell? Like, huh?"
She's
Like,
like, I was your first friend.
yeah, I don't like I
Nightmare.
like, if you see my day with Sunnies, I'm always with my mom, you know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing, I'm not annoyed at like, I love hanging with my mom, I love her, right? But, like, if I, like it's like I hang out with her, like, every day, and then, like, that 1 month out of the day, it's like, I'm gonna hit my friend, she's like, "So those rest of the days be nothing." I'm like, "What?" Like, "Girl, you're over dramatic, like, what is going on?" Like, and it's so crazy, like, that's what, like, I hate when, like, I really like, I never tell my mom that I'm buying, like, something for my friend. It's like, "So you're gonna waste money on your friends, but not me?" And I'm like, "Girl," like, I'm just like she gets a little bit peeved off when I, like, buy something for my friends or something, I just, like I don't know why, but that's her, I don't know, but, like, that's one thing that I just find funny. My mom, like, "Oh my god, here we go again." And
Like,
so,
hi,
but
Tia.
yeah. But I love her though. She is my best friend. I love my mom,
Yeah,
Right.
shout out
even though
mom.
she's like
Sweet.
chaotic as hell, like me.
She's the chaotic bestie of the group. What are you talking about?
Yes. Oh my god. She's a chaotic bestie. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, because I think I wanted to ask you guys this question because I think I thought about it, but I think before now I think I figured out a way to say it. Like, do you guys like prefer friends who are like very like, oh, like we'll do the same stuff, like okay, we'll just do like whatever you want to do, or do you like friends who kind of pull you out of your comfort zone and are like, oh yeah, let's go do this thing or let's go do that thing, let's go, I don't know, let's go do like something we don't normally do. Like, do you guys like friends that who are, I guess, like outgoing or extroverted, or do you like friends who are like kind of like the same stuff that you guys kind of do when you guys do that? But I don't know, like what do you guys prefer, you'd say?
Um, See, I'm not the type of person to like suggest things. Like every once in a
Mm,
while, like I'll be like, oh, like let's do this kind of thing. But like my friends are the ones, and shout out to my friends that they're the ones that are like, hey, do you want to go and do this? And I'm all like, hell yeah, I want to go do that, So like I'm like, yeah, like I want to hang out with you guys, so yeah, like I'll go do whatever. Like obviously, yeah, like I
Mhm.
also have like my limitations, like they
Yeah.
also they're like, oh yeah, well, like they want to go like bar hopping or something, or they want to go, yeah, to the club or whatever, and I'm like, that's just not my vibe kind of thing. But like
gotcha.
Mhm.
so yeah, but yeah, like we have this like very like upfront nature with each other. Like we're also like very blunt with each other because that's just the type of friends that I like. I like
Yeah.
if I'm acting crazy or I'm on my dumb shit, like I want you to
Yeah.
call me out on it.
Call
Yeah.
me out.
Call me
Say
out.
something.
Come right, say something because if you don't say something, you're fake.
Mhm.
You're fake. So yeah, I'm very much like in the middle. Like if they want to go and do something, like by all means, like yeah, I'll go and join along. But if it's something that yeah, like I'm just not comfortable with, like I'll be like, you know what? I'm not this time, like I'm
Mhm.
not feeling the vibes. And they're like, okay,
Mm,
like they're very like
that's
understanding and
fine.
stuff.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's good. I feel like for me, wait, what was the question again? I like blacked out. Sorry, I
No, no, you're
disassociated.
good. No, yeah. Do you like do you like friends who are like more like, oh, let's do whatever you want, or do you like friends who are like, oh, Sonny, let's go bar hopping, or let's go to a club, or like let's go skydiving, whatever. Like for like an extreme example, like would you like friends who kind
Uh,
of pull you out of your bubble, or do you like friends who are kind of like
um,
low key and stuff?
if it's planned, if
It's
it's
planned. So
planned,
no like spontaneous stuff,
I
right?
don't like that where it's like we're in the car and it's like, okay, we're gonna go to SF and we're gonna go to the clubs and bar hop. I'm like, girl, I didn't sign up for this stuff. I did not. I did not because I'm a really paranoid person. So if we're gonna be bar hopping and my girl might be a killer, we're gonna get shot up in the club or something. I don't know. Like
Oh my
my
God,
mind
Sunny.
goes crazy. You mean? But if you tell me that beforehand, I'll be like, I don't want to go. But then I'll be like, okay, I will go. But at least I know what's gonna happen and what the vibe is gonna be, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
We
have
gotta, we
days to
gotta. I'm
compensate
like
about it.
Sunny. I gotta mentally prepare for something like that. Like,
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
I
you
gotta
know,
mentally prepare. Yeah, it's like a mission. I gotta, like, go in, like, I don't
right?
wanna go in guns a-blazing, okay? I gotta have, like, a little plan and
Got a
everything,
plan.
you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
exactly. No,
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, I feel like I'm cool with like, because I have a few friends that are a little more outgoing, and some of that are like
Mhm.
super
Yeah.
nerdy and just kind of hang out. I love just being at home and we just play games all day. But like
Yeah.
I have to know ahead of time, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's my mom's fault. I love her to death. And, she's gone. But like I love that she made me always like when I go out, I have to dress to impress. So when I go out with my friends, like it's my casual clothes, like a little more casual. But like if I'm
Mhm.
like we're gonna go somewhere like nicer or planning on most likely seeing like girls or something like that, like
Cheesecake Factory.
I gotta have my fit, right? I gotta look good.
Yeah.
Like I
Gotta look
gotta
Yeah.
I don't
fresh
know.
for it.
Like I always outdress my friends no matter what. Like no matter what, I'm always the best dressed. And maybe that's why they don't
Nice.
tell me things ahead of time. I don't know. But
Mhm.
They're like,
I'm like,
he's
oh,
gonna
here
look
comes Jorge looking
fancy, so we
right.
can't tell.
Yeah.
We can't tell them ahead of time. But
Mhm.
like yeah, like I have to know because I also have to like as much as I'm like extrovert, I am also introvert at times, and I like to mentally prepare for things. So like if we're going out, I gotta get in my mindset that I'm going out. I gotta have my like I'm ready for something that's not normal
Mhm.
or whatever. Even that
Mhm.
even goes to like with my daily life. Like if I'm planning on going out later in the day, I'll prepare first thing in the morning. I'm like, I'm going out today, blah blah. I'm ready for the day.
Yeah.
And I'm good to go. But if I'm all like, oh crap, I gotta go to Target. I forgot to, I gotta do this. I'm like, I'll be like, oh, like I'll get like into a funk,
Mhm.
and
No.
I'll be like
Oh,
moody. I'll be moody when I go instead of just being
not
like, oh, I'm
this.
excited, let's go. Yeah, oh god,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
that's how I
exactly.
feel. But yeah, because I remember, like, because I remember one time that my friend who lives in like Sac, her roommate, so basically like it was his birthday, and the thing is that like and then he's like, oh, like, since I don't have friends here, maybe you can invite your friends, like us, to do like a little party thing, right? And so she invited us. I'm like, okay, we'll just be a little hangout. But the thing is that like he invited his other friends because they're not in Sac with him, but they're in Stockton. But like they came um to Sac, and the thing is that like the thing I hate it though because like he's more of like a party person. And the thing is that he was like, "Oh, we're just gonna like, just have a little party, just a little couple people." No, girl, it was a full on college party.
Like a
And the thing was
rager.
that like, yeah, she was like, "Oh, and then my friend MJ's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's gonna be like a party." I'm like, "Girl, you said it was gonna be a little hangout, not a party." And we're just sitting there like, we don't want to go
Huh?
anymore. We're like, yeah, we're not going anymore. Because like that's the thing about my friends. Like my friends, like they're like not like party people. Like, you know what I mean? We're all like we
Mm.
just want to like just hang out and chill. Cause I mean, like for me, I would want to go because I never been to a party. I never been to a
Mhm.
club. I never been to like a big party. I mean, I've been invited to ones in high school, but I didn't like them because like claustrophobia. But the thing is that, like but I do want to though, like, because like, I like new experiences, right? But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's one thing I do want to, like, I do wanna go to a club, like, even before I turn 30, that's, like, one of my goals is to go to a club, you know what I mean? Dance, like, just, like, drink, dance, and be like, "Woo!" Like, you know what I mean? And so, like, that's what I would want to do, but, like, I feel like I don't wanna do it a lot, you know, because I have
Yeah.
friends of friends that do that, like, I've seen the stories, and I'm like, "Holy crap, I can't do that." You know what I mean? It's just too much, like, a flashing lights, I'm gonna have a seizure or something, like, I'm like,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And so, like but I would like to experience at least once in my life, at least once before I turn 30. That's, like, on my bucket list.
We're
You know?
You
gonna
like
go to the
trying new
club
things.
with Sunny.
Oh snap!
Yes, we're gonna have drinks. Oh my god, I'm gonna pop my pussy.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's all go to Reno over the summer. We'll go to Reno in the summer and we'll go to
Mm-hmm.
a club out there.
Ooh,
Oh
a
Yes.
snap!
We're
club.
gonna go to the
We're gonna
club.
hit the club.
Probably not gonna drink because I'm scared to throw up, but it's okay.
Right, or like we're gonna have drinks, and I'm like, I'm just gonna have like one drink. 'Cause that's
Yeah, and then
it.
the rest is gonna be like a Virgin Mary or something.
Right, my
And then
cup
I
of water.
woo. No,
Right, then,
Yeah.
yeah, right. And Lori and Jonathan are partying it up, and we're
Woo.
just like chilling over here with our waters.
Yeah, or you guys have like an adios like I did one time just to try it out.
Yeah.
Oh
Try it
my
out one
Like,
night.
gosh.
like if a guy's
No.
hitting on me, it's like, what you drinking? Arrowhead. Like
Just
Arrowhead.
get
What?
a clear one and be like, it's like a what is it? Vodka.
A
I'm just
vodka
taking
What is
little
that?
martini.
Vodka?
Vodka martini, baby.
And it's like, I'm having a Crystal Geyser. It's really good. That
It's like
sounds like
what?
a drink. Crystal Geyser.
Crystal
Yeah, and
geyser.
so they're like, wait a minute, that's water.
Oh my god, imagine if I'd say that and they're like, what is that drink? I never heard about that. It's like, it just has alcohol in it.
Yeah,
It is alcohol.
it
It's
has
just
alcohol. Or
alcohol.
like what
That's
kind of
it.
alcohol? And like, oh,
The
you know.
the best
The
kind.
good kind.
Right, the good kind.
The good kind, you know?
The
Love
good
Yeah,
it.
boy
I
kind.
also would like to go to the club one day because I also have never been to a club. And so my friends and I have also like planned on going. They're like, we're gonna go to the club. We're all gonna dress like sluts, and it's gonna be so much fun. And I'm
Yes!
like,
I wanna do
yeah.
that too. Like, I wanna dress like a slut. Like, I wanna walk, like, to that club cold as a motherfucker and walk out of the club cold as a motherfucker again, you know? If you're not cold, you're not
Exactly.
being a slut.
Right? You're not being a slut. So I was like, well, like, give me time. Like, I need to plan my outfit and then I'll be ready to go.
Yes, that's what I would totally do.
Okay.
Mhm. Um, wait, so how are we doing on time?
We're at 106.
Okay, I feel like this is a good time to stop because I feel like we're gonna keep rambling on.
We'll do that. Yeah.
We can right.
Yeah. But I feel like that is it for today's episode, you guys. If you guys like keep on listening, if you guys are like liking the content, and also remember to check out our socials that are down below in our link tree, and also our individual socials that are also in the link tree. And hopefully you guys will stay tuned for the new episode. Yeah. So you guys, any last thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think people who are listening, let us know what type of friend you are and see what kind of friends, like how many friends you have. A lot, a little, who knows? Let us know in the comments. Let us know what's going on in your lives.
What is your dynamic in the friend group?
Yeah, are you the
Oh,
caring
man.
guy, the neglectful one? Who knows? Let us know.
Yeah.
Are you the jerk? No.
Yeah.
And then yeah, our next episode I believe is our 10th episode. So that's a huge milestone for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's exciting. So stay tuned for that, just, maybe there's a surprise. That's it.
Yeah, there might be.
We don't know.
We don't know. So
We don't
like
know.
you should just show up next week.
Yeah.
and
You never
let us
know.
happen. Yeah.
But yeah, 10
Turn on
episodes,
the
guys. Oh my
notification bell
god.
so you'll be notified.
Right, yeah. Turn on those turn that notification bell on. You say it, Sunny. How do you say it?
Oh,
That thing you do real fast.
Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload a new video.
There you go, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bye everyone.
Until then,
Right.
see you guys later.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.